Hi, my friends. Welcome back to a new video. I'm so excited to talk to you guys today. I went on my Italy trip. It was lovely. I had a lot of time to rest, to restore, to recharge, to eat great food, to enjoy the beautiful Italian weather and culture and nature. And I'm back since this weekend, and I have a lovely video waiting to share with you guys today. A bit more lighthearted, which is sometimes nice, and that will be not just applicable for the people still in their recovery journey, but also just people in general that still like to come back to my videos and watch after they've been recovered. So today I want to share 6 things with you guys that I've been doing recently that have been making me feel really, really good. I noticed that before I went on a holiday, that I guess the last weeks before that I was feeling a bit drained, a bit, I guess, overwhelmed with work, with things on my mind, practical grown-up stuff. And the last couple of weeks I've been doing a lot more internal work again. I've been really tuning in with how I'm feeling. I've been getting back to my own practices, my spiritual practices, and just doing things that make me feel really good. Of course, because I went to Italy, I also had a bit more time for that. But I wanted to share today 6 things that have been making me feel really, really good lately, that I feel like you guys would benefit from as well. Both if you're still struggling with anxiety or depression or DPDR or whatnot, or if you're just looking for something to boost your mental health a little bit, to boost how you feel, to make you feel whole and wholesome and in love with life again. So yeah, let me just start sharing that. So the first thing I've written down that I've been doing recently that has been making me feel so good is taking a lot more time to meditate and to take my meditation practice really seriously, because I feel that I go through phases where I meditate every day and then I stop and then I slack a little bit and then it feels like I have to do it and then I don't want to do it. And so recently, the last couple of weeks, even when I was on holiday, I've really made it a key point to myself to meditate every single day and to take time to decorate my space, to light a scented candle or to light incense, to clean up my space, to take time in my day to really sit down and do my meditation properly. And I've just noticed that every single time that I do that, rather it's I'm struggling with something or I'm just feeling good but I want to feel even better, meditation is and stays key for me. So I would recommend you, if you're having a bit of a slump or if you're struggling, to take your meditation practice a lot more seriously. Another thing, so the second thing I've been doing is to really take time to tune in with how I'm feeling and to sit with my feelings, trying to investigate what they are actually trying to tell me. So something I tend to do when I'm in the rush of life is to kind of push feelings to the background and just to like focus on what I'm doing and just go about my day. But what I notice is that sometimes that stress can unbundle up and not really be dealt with properly. So the last couple of weeks, every time I feel something, if it's discomfort, if it's stress, sorry, there's a bit of wind here, I try to really take a moment to breathe and sit with it. So either in a meditation or just on a walk or just throughout my day, I'll just kind of place my hands wherever I feel that emotion, just close my eyes, take a deep breath and just investigate that feeling. So maybe I am feeling a bit sad or a bit anxious and I'll just close my eyes and feel that feeling. Just let it be. And ask it, okay, why are you there? What is this really about? So the question I would recommend you to ask is, what is this truly about for me? What is this feeling truly about? When you take time to sit with a feeling and to actually go into it without running from it, without escaping it, and just ask yourself, okay, what is this actually about? Usually a core answer comes up that will give us a lot more peace and insight on what this is actually about. So maybe if it is something existential or fearful, a lot of times what will come up is maybe the realization of, I'm afraid of not having control. I'm afraid that something will go wrong. I'm afraid that I'm not safe. And just making that clear for yourself. Sometimes an emotion can be so vague or untangible, and when you do make that tangible or clear, it can bring us a lot of peace. It can make it feel a bit more easy to work with for ourselves. So that is something I've been doing that I would recommend you to take time to do as well. The third thing I've been doing more recently is to go on long nature walks without my phone, with my dog, obviously, sometimes even barefoot. So I think a few things that I've written down for today have to do a lot with connection, because I notice that the times where I'm most unhappy are times when I am least in connection with myself, with nature, with people. So the last tip I described is really, and the first one as well of meditation, is really all about reconnecting with the self, with yourself, with your emotions. This one, the third tip, is to start to reconnect with life around you through spending time in nature, even if sometimes nature, in case of DPDR, can still be triggering, to try to be present with it. So I've been, of course, I don't struggle with DPDR and existential anxiety anymore, but what I do to reboost how I feel is really just taking a lot of time to be very present in nature. So I'll go on a long nature walk in the morning, sometimes also in the evening with my dog. I'll take deep, deep belly breaths. I'll soak up all the oxygen from the trees. I'll greet the trees. I'll be present with the trees. Sometimes I'll hug the trees. Sometimes I'll focus on just hearing the sound of the birds, and it makes me feel so whole, connected to something that's so much bigger than me. And it's amazing. It's one of my favorite things to do, and it makes me feel so good. The fourth thing I've been doing is to try and practice being really kind to other people. And so I call this conscious kindness, or practicing unconditional love and acceptance towards other people. I am the first one to admit that I can get, or my ego can get into a tendency of judging people or of blaming people for not being the right type of way, or for not treating people the right type of way. And something I've been really trying to practice is in catching my ego to judge people or to disconnect from people, saying that people don't understand me or that people are different than me or whatever, to try to, in every being I encounter, really practice being kind. It sounds like something simple, but it has so much power, because we are all connected with each other. If you see someone drowning, you better make sure that there is going to be an instinct in us to want to save that person, which shows that we are all connected. People are connected. There is a line of energy streaming through all of us, streaming through nature. And so practicing being kind to someone else that is connected with you automatically just makes you feel better, makes you feel more connected, makes you feel more whole. So I've been practicing really being present with other people, being kind to them, listening to what they have to say, being interested in their story, in their emotional experience, and sending love their way, even if they're not, exactly the same as me. I'm just gonna hold my phone because it keeps falling off for the last 2 points. But the fifth thing that I've been doing recently is allowing myself to dream big and allowing myself to reconnect with dreams I had since I was a child. So something that I've been noticing just through sitting more with feelings, like I said in point number 2, is that I feel like we suppress a lot of our childhood desires and dreams and passions and feelings of magic towards life as we grow up, and we create more realistic expectations of life, and we temper our desires, we temper our dreams, we don't allow ourselves to look at how big and magical and capable we are of achieving wild dreams and desires. And so something I've been doing recently is connecting more to the desires I had when I was a kid, and just asking myself, what did I feel like I wanted to do with my life, and how would I allow myself to dream big if everything was possible. And it has redirected a few goals for me. It has re-put things into perspective, not as to what is realistic or what is achievable, but as what is this life, like what is capable for me in this life, like what are the big things that I can achieve, what are the beautiful things that I could manifest and that I could create in this life, and to stop living my life according to the expectations of, I guess, like what is realistic or what is even considered realistic, and to start listening to that inner child voice a little bit more, and to start allowing myself to dream big again. And it has made me feel a lot more alive again. It has made me feel a lot more happy again and excited for my days, and it just has made me feel really good. So I would recommend you to reflect on what your dreams were as a child, or maybe what your suppressed dreams are now. And instead of just kind of putting that in a box and saying, oh, that's unrealistic, allow yourself to dream about it. Allow yourself to fantasize, to visualize, to create, and who knows, it might actually happen. The sixth thing that I've been doing, which is a bit more practical, I guess, but it's a change that I've recently incorporated for myself, is to start eating more plant-based. I used to be a vegetarian for a long time. Then I switched to just kind of being a flexitarian, just eating meat again. I still eat meat sometimes, especially just on vacation or in the weekends. But recently I've been just really experimenting with eating more plant-based again, and experimenting with cooking vegan food, and eating a lot of plants, and buying biological meat if I do decide to eat meat. And what it's done for me is it's made me feel just more whole, in a sense, again, being more connected to nature, being more connected to life around me, feeling more in alignment with nature. And that has just made me personally feel really good. I'm not telling you to do that. It's just something, as I was kind of reflecting on what I've been doing to make me feel good, that is one thing that has come up for me personally. The last thing, I don't know if I said 6 or 7, but the last thing that I've been doing recently is living according to love. I've been trying to choose love over fear. I've been trying to choose love over stress. I've been trying to consciously connect to a feeling and an emotion of love on a daily basis, through meditation, through visualization, through revisiting memories of when I felt like I was in love with life, through really being present with nature, with people, and trying to live my life every day in as much an emotion of love as possible. Every single person that is watching this video today has the unlimited capacity within them to create and feel love for themselves, for life, for people. And all we have to do sometimes is practice just kind of connecting to that love and bringing it to the surface. So that's something I've been trying to do more consciously, and it has made me feel amazing. So this was my video for today, guys. I thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped you to feel a bit better, to give you some tips on maybe what to do to boost your energy and your mental health and your emotional experience of life. I look forward to talking to you guys soon, and I wish you a beautiful day.